What's going on, fam, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to start getting in depth on Meta, your ad accounts, the do's and don'ts, the ins and outs, the ups and downs, all that good stuff. But we're going to break that down over the course of the week, so don't get worried, don't get scared. This will be easy to understand, easy to pick up, and easy to start. That's the way I always want all of my videos to go. So without further ado, let's get in this and let's get educated. So, if you guys were with me last week, we talked about how Facebook is going to be changing to Meta, regardless of what we want it to stay as Facebook or whatever the case is. They are going to Meta. That's fine. The only thing is, you need to now understand how to work with the system because it's not going to be as, I'm going to say, lackadaisical, which just means, they're not going to be so willy nilly with, oh, you did this. Okay, no big deal. A little slap on the wrist. It's going to be like okay, you did this. We're shutting down your account. So these are definitely some things that you guys really need to pay attention to, especially at the start. The start of all of this, let's just start with that. The start of starting your ads account, your Facebook fan page, all of this stuff. If you set it up right the first time, you will not have to do this again. Well, until your ads account gets shut down, because that's just an inevitability. Um, it's I can't really give you guys an explanation on why that happens, but usually, even if you're doing all the right things, roughly somewhere between a year and like a year and a half, your account would get shut down. Um, like I said, it's just Facebook and the way that they take things, I guess. But let's just hop right into it, right? So the first thing that you guys are going to want to do before you even get your ads account set up is you're going to want to start setting up a fan page. Now, a lot of you probably already know what that is. You probably already have fan pages set up. And if you are one of those people, good job. Drop a like saying that, hey, I'm already set up. I don't need that. I need the next thing. But for those of you guys who are not and don't have your fan pages set up, you need to go and set those up pretty much like today. And what a fan page is that's just where you're going to be posting your likes campaigns, your excuse me, your likes campaigns, your any kind of sales campaigns, all of that kind of stuff is going to go on that page. And the reason that you want to set up this page is because this is what the first thing that people are going to see. Like when you start sending out ads and you start, putting money down on this, the first thing that's going to happen is it's just going to you're going to want to send out like blanket, very vanilla, very not too intimidating one way or the other types of posts just to get your page known. Once it's known and it has a little bit of fuel, going to that fire, that's when you can start tweaking what you're putting in there. But at the start, you want to make sure it's vanilla, nothing too direct, nothing too strong. It needs to be congruent with your brand. That's extremely important. Don't start making ads that say, hey, if you want to lose 50 pounds, or, I lost 50 pounds and, now I'm feeling great, look at me. But if I go to your page after following that ad and it's for, making money online or crypto or, anything like that, it's not jiving, because, it only takes one click for me to see who you are. And if you're not doing what you say you are doing, the likelihood of somebody buying or liking or commenting or anything like that, extremely low. So what you want to do is you always want to make sure that your brand is congruent with what you're putting out there. The next thing is you want to make sure you have congruent content, and that means consistent content. You need to be putting out content at least if there's 7 days in a week, which we know that there are, you need to be putting out at least 4 days worth of content. More than half of your time throughout the week should be on content. I'm not saying spend multiple hours a day making that content, but I am saying that you do need to have a certain amount of content ready, upfront, and available. That way you always are ahead of the game. Because I'm telling you now, I've been in that position where days have come where no content was put out, no content was recorded, and you have to kind of play the catch up game. And that's no fun at any time in any scenario, really. Um, but back to our Facebook fan page, you want to make sure you get that set up and you want to get it warmed up. So, congruent brand with what you offer, and then make sure you have congruent content, consistent content. The next thing I just want to go over, just like three do's and don'ts when it comes to starting your actual fan page, because if you set it up wrong at the start, it's going to get shut down quicker. And what I want to do is I want to give you guys the tips so that way it can last as long as humanly possible. There are a lot there are a lot of do's and don'ts, but I'm gonna break them down over the course of the week. That way you guys aren't like, oh my god, I don't remember what number 15 was. It's not 15 of them. There's only 11. But I'm only gonna give you guys the first five today because these five particularly pertain to this. So that's why I wanted to go ahead and give them to you now today. So that way, when you guys can go and set up your page, you know that, okay, I don't do this, I don't do this, I do do this, right? So I'm just going to run through them real quick, 1 through 5. The first one, too many changes at once. Do not make too many changes at once. If you have started up the page, everything is in its place, it is better for it to be not perfect and running than perfect and not running. Or you got it running and you're like, oh, I want to change this and I want to change that. Oh, okay, I like that, but I want to change it a little bit this way. That will get you shut down because it shows that, or at least it portrays a picture to Facebook or Meta, I should say, that you don't exactly know what you're doing, and that might not be the case, but the algorithm can't feel you on a personal level. It can't reach out to you and say, hey buddy, I see you changed this and this, is that what you wanted to do? It's just going to take that as, okay, they didn't give this enough time, they didn't give this enough time, they didn't give this enough time, we're just going to stop it. It's like I said, the algorithm is a little finicky, so this is how we're going to work with it, right? Number 2, scaling too fast. I know a lot of you guys want to get out there, and on Monday you want to put down 100, and on Friday you want to be making 1,000, and I understand that 100%. Trust me on that. But you need to scale slower than that. You need to be scaling in 10% or 20% increments depending on your budget. I can't stress this one enough because a lot of people, like, I guarantee you'll go out there and you're going to start making money on this. I guarantee that. But if you start scaling too quickly, it's going to, I don't even know how to put this into words exactly, but the system doesn't really like that. It actually benefits you and rewards you for scaling slower, paying in lower amounts per month or per day, however your budget works. It actually rewards you for basically trying and being in the starter or the rookie position. Usually once you start getting into the intermediate, professional, hundreds of thousands of dollars at a time, then there's more leeway, like I was talking about earlier, about how Facebook now has, a very, very noticeable leeway gap on what you can and can't post. Meta is going to be very, very strict on that. It's the algorithm, right? The code's already been written. All we can do is just find the ways to move around and keep prospering. Third thing, having your payment methods fail. You need to make sure that when you set up your ads account, you put on a card that is not going to fail, because after it fails once, they may, and then that is a big may, they may try and charge it again. After that, they're just going to cancel it. They will just immediately cancel it. I mean, it makes sense if you have an ads account and it's connected to a card and the card doesn't have money, then obviously Facebook isn't going to just allow that to be there. You know what I mean? So obviously make sure that your payment methods do not fail. Number 4, different URLs and redirects. Excuse me. Redirects and URLs, if you guys don't know, that's just like saying, okay, my website is newtonewheat.com, but before you get there, whatever link I give you, whatever page you click on, it sends you somewhere else before sending you to that page. If you have too many of those, they will shut you down. So just make sure on this one, just make sure you actually put your website. So for me personally, newtonewheat.com, right? I would put that website. I would not put, a tracking link, or for those of my affiliate marketers, a tracking link or anything like that, because they will shut you down. They are not messing around now. So just make sure you're sending them directly to where you want them to go. Don't try and send them here to see if they can do this and then do this and then do this and then finally get to your page or product. Make sure that they are going directly there. Facebook is going to, or Meta is going to, I'm going to have to get used to that like everybody else. Meta is going to make things not difficult, but they're just going to be more covered in a line for my military folks. Everything is just going to be in line, and there's going to be a very static and straightaway way to take care of problems with this algorithm. So we just have to play the game, guys. And then the last one for today is too many power words when you're new, like freedom and financially savvy and millions and jets and cars. All the stuff you see in the, I don't want to call them any bad words, but those guys who show off their Bugattis and their private jets and all this kind of stuff, right? If you use too many power words, power pictures, power, showing. I'm trying to think of the best way to put it, because it's okay to say, hey, look at what I'm doing. This is how I did whatever I did. But once you start saying, hey, do you want to be financially free? Do you want to travel the world? Do you want to quit your job? Stuff like that. You need to keep that. That's why I was talking about that vanilla piece. You need to keep it toned down for a bit. I would say anywhere from 4 to 6 months, and that's on a consistent ad spinning schedule. Then I would say it's probably okay to start, putting in a power word, putting in a power sentence, maybe even using some pictures. But just be careful with that, because it can come back to bite you in the butt. So let's just run back through these real quick, starting with our fan page, because obviously we need to set up our fan page before we set up our ads account. So set up your fan page, get it warmed up. If you already have a fan page, and it's already warmed up, you're good to go. Time to get on your ads account. Don't lack. And don't move too fast. Smooth is fast and fast is slow, right? So just do it right. Do it the first time. Get it done. However long it takes. If it takes you tonight, if it takes you the rest of this week, if it takes you the rest of this month, just make sure you do it right the first time. Because once you do it right the first time, you can just kind of sail, adjust as needed, very slowly, very little, very minimal, but adjust as needed, and then you're good to go. I mean, Facebook, a lot of people don't even understand why we use Facebook. Facebook is one of the greatest mediums for cryptocurrency, for affiliate marketing, for, any kind of product selling medium. Facebook is one of the greatest ones. Why is that? Because everybody's on Facebook. You can't tell me one person that that isn't on Facebook. And if they aren't on Facebook, they know somebody who is. I can guarantee it. So it's possible to turn your $1, if you spend, dollar cost averaging, but turn your $1 into $1.30. Now that might not seem like a lot up front, but think about it. If you're selling something that is $3, right? So you sell something that's $3. Let's say you're able to 1.3 your investment. That's $3.90, right? So basically what you want to do is you want to set it up, get it going, and then you start running your leads traffic to it. You start running your sales to it. You start doing all of that to your page, and it will start to blossom on its own. There's once you set this stuff up, you're going to have to come back and adjust minute things, and that's it. But yeah, guys, I hope that you guys found this video super useful. It's not over. Trust me. There's a lot more that I have to cover over the next couple of days, like likes and boost campaigns, when to scale. That's a good one, but we're gonna save that one for Friday. But on Wednesday, I think we're gonna definitely go over likes and boost campaigns, because that's what you guys need to know the most when it comes to getting your page warmed up and started and stuff like that. You want to make sure that you're sending the right campaigns at the right times, and then once they come back, figuring out what that data is actually telling you, and then adjusting, doing it again. Right? We just want to always keep moving forward, never stop, never go back. Well, guys, that brings us to the end of the video. I appreciate you guys. You guys don't even understand how much. If you guys like the video, please just drop a like. It really does help me out. YouTube likes the likes, right? And likes are free. So with that, guys, I hope I'll catch you guys on Wednesday. It's going to be a burner of a video. It's going to be crazy. Likes and boost campaigns can get crazy. So I hope you guys like some fun stuff, because that's what's coming up. And, just comment if there's anything you guys specifically need to know. If there was something that you guys missed in this video that I should go over in more detail, just let me know. And with that, guys, I hope you guys have the rest of a great day, rest of a great week. And if you're joining me here on Monday, happy Monday. We made it. And with that, guys, have fun, stay safe, wear a seatbelt. Catch you next time.